JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, anti-informer culture changing. Police Commissioner says. The anti-informer culture in Jamaica is changing, says Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson, who was speaking at a press conference on Tuesday at Police Headquarters, said there's been an overwhelming response from the public to calls from the constabulary to give up gunmen. He lauded the public for the faith they have expressed in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, evidenced by the increase in tips to entities like Crime Stop. We'd like to thank the public for responding positively to our campaigns that have sought to remove the stigma from sharing information with the police, the Commissioner said. Statistics from Crime Stop indicate that there has been a 97% increase in tips from the public for the first quarter of 2022 when compared to the same period in 2021. According to Anderson, the majority of the tips are related to illegal guns and ammunition, gunmen, wanted persons, lottery scamming, and drugs. During the press briefing, it was revealed that in the first quarter of the year ending March 31, the JCF, in partnership with other law enforcement agencies, seized 223 illegal firearms compared with 195 at this point in 2021, inclusive of 37 high-powered rifles and 154 pistols. Apart from the direct siege of firearms and ammunition and arrest, Major General Anderson added that the tips also contributed to the overall intelligence picture and investigations of the JCF. It is clear that our citizens are recognizing the people who are damaging our society for what they are, the architects of death, mayhem and pain, Commissioner Anderson added. The press briefing ended with the police commissioner encouraging people to continue using the 311 Crime Stop hotline or 811 to report illegal activities. 1 dead, 3 injured in latest shooting spree in St. James. 1 man is dead and 3 others injured in Montego Bay, St. James, after the latest shooting spree. The incident occurred about 10:30 Tuesday night in Lilliput. The dead man has been identified as 35-year-old Shane Mackenzie of Bobman Hill in the area. Police reports indicate that Mackenzie was among a group of people at a sports bar in his neighborhood when 2 men entered and began shooting. 4 people were shot and taken to hospital. Mackenzie was later pronounced dead. This is the parish's most recent shooting spree by armed men. On March 29, in a section of the roadsides community dubbed Matches Lane, 22-year-old Javon Dove, 20-year-old Kirk Taylor and Roman Warlock were shot and killed by unknown assailants who began shooting as the men sat by the side of the road. Just a few days before, on March 26, 3 men died after men armed with high-powered weapons wreaked havoc in the Worker Drive community in Norwood. 22-year-old Damian Minto and 24-year-old Leroy Martin were fatally shot. Delano Spence, who has been identified as one of the attackers, was also killed. The police recovered 50 spent shells from the scene. There was also the chilling murder of 3 siblings in the Irwin Heights community on March 9 after gunmen invaded their home and shot them. 11-year-old Peter Gay Cook and her twin brothers, Javon and Javoni Stewart, were killed during the assault. These shootings have been of major concern for the police, and they have contributed to the Area 1 division leading the country in terms of murders committed since the start of the year. Clarendon men charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammo. 2 men have been arrested and charged following the siege of a 9mm Beretta pistol and 16 rounds of ammunition in Greenvale, Manchester on Tuesday. The weapon was found in a vehicle they were traveling in. Charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition are 41-year-old Anthony Robinson, otherwise called Damien, a mechanic, and 49-year-old Wayne Williams, otherwise called Bushy, both of Coffee Peace, Clarendon. Reports are that about 12:35 p.m., officers were conducting an operation in the area when the vehicle was stopped and searched. The weapon and ammunition were found inside. The 2 men were subsequently arrested and charged. Their court date is being finalized. Murder suspect held after turning up at police station to file complaint. A suspect who was being sought by the Kingston West Police for the murder of a man 8 months ago was arrested on Monday when he showed up at the Trenchtown police station to file a complaint that he was being threatened. Dwight Thomas, a 25-year-old security guard, has been charged with the murder of 65-year-old Philip Lawrence, a resident of Arnett Gardens in Kingston. Thomas is also charged with illegal possession of a firearm. Investigators say they have been searching for Thomas since August 30 last year. It was reported that Thomas and 2 other men used a pickaxe to hit Lawrence in the head during a dispute over the use of a clothesline. Relatives of the wounded man attempted to assist him, but reportedly had to retreat after the men pulled guns on them. Lawrence bled to death. Cops seized $300,000 worth of ganja in Westmoreland, 2 men detained. 2 men were arrested following the seizure of more than 300 pounds of ganja in White House, Westmoreland on Sunday. The drugs, which have a street value of approximately $300,000, were found packaged and ready for export. Police have declined to release the names of the men as they have not been charged. It is reported that members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Specialized Operations Branch were conducting an operation in White House when the drugs were found. Police said about 10:30 p.m. members of the unit searched a shed located on the beach and found the drugs compressed and packaged. Members of the JSAFE Narcotics Division were called in and the drugs seized. The 2 men were detained on reasonable suspicion of breaches of the Dangerous Drugs Act. The police believe the drug was awaiting shipment abroad as part of the illegal drug trade. Cops tackled truck stealing ring in St. Ann and Trelawney. The police in Trelawney and St. Ann are grappling with a truck stealing ring in the 2 neighboring parishes since the start of the year. The robbers' modus operandi is to pose as customers and charter haulage contractors operating small trucks to deliver construction material purchased at hardware stores, the police said. The haulage contractors are then told to deliver the material at prearranged locations where 2 or 3 armed men are lying in wait and who then steal the vehicles. About 2 p.m. on Thursday, March 17, a 61-year-old Trelawney man was held up and robbed of his Isuzu truck and other items by men in a section of the parish. Police report that the driver was hired by a man to deliver 1 yard of stone and 30 building blocks purchased at a popular hardware store in Falmouth. After collecting the building material, he was accompanied by the man who had ordered the goods to a district outside the town centre. Upon arrival at the location, the truck driver was pounced upon by 2 armed thugs. The driver was subsequently robbed of $10,000 in cash and his cellular phone valued at $20,000. The man who had chartered the truck then reportedly drove away the vehicle, while his 2 accomplices held the truck driver at gunpoint for 2 hours before releasing him. All 3 hoodlums reportedly wore black disposable masks covering their faces. The previous Thursday, a small truck operator who was hired to transport 30 building blocks in the parish was held up and robbed of his vehicle. Commander of the St. Ann Police Division, Senior Superintendent Dwight Powell, said that since the start of the year, the police have recorded 5 similar cases in the Garden Parish. Powell, who said that the cops are closing in on the operators of the truck stealing ring, also theorized that they are the same individuals operating across the 2 bordering parishes. We are following some strong leads, and in a little while we'll be able to crack it. We have not recovered any of the trucks as yet. We have the same issue, and I believe it might be the same people, he said. Police have purchased more than 1,000 bodyworn cameras this year. The Jamaica Constabulary Force plans to purchase more than 1,000 bodyworn cameras for police personnel this fiscal year. Commissioner of Police, Major General Anthony Anderson, who made the disclosure to a news conference on Tuesday, said the force currently has 400 cameras. General Anderson said the latest phase of the program will be done in stages. Already, he said a data center has been established with the purpose of capturing images generated by thousands of cameras. That now sets the stage for the procurement of the cameras, he said. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has been calling for increased digital recordings during police interactions with the public. Jamaica reports 44 new COVID-19 cases, 1 additional death. Jamaica on Tuesday reported 44 new cases of COVID-19, bringing the total number of confirmed cases reported on the island to 128,924. According to the latest statistics from the Ministry of Health and Wellness, the country also reported 1 more virus-related death. The death toll since the start of the pandemic now stands at 2,899. Of the newly reported cases, there were 27 females and 17 males, with ages ranging from 7 months to 82 years. Meanwhile, the latest death is of an 81-year-old male from Westmoreland, whose death was previously under investigation. The country also recorded 84 new recoveries, bringing the total number of recoveries to 81,588. There are currently 226 confirmed active cases on the island. The country's positivity rate now stands at 7.6%. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.